Picture this: 1 week you're saying Britain is too dangerous for you to visit. The next week, you're casually taking an overnight train into an active war zone. Wait, what? That's exactly what Prince Harry just did, and the internet has thoughts. Big thoughts. So let's unpack this royal contradiction that's got everyone talking. So here's what happened. Harry Mountbatten Windsor, yes, that's his actual last name now, just made a surprise visit to Kiev, Ukraine. According to The Guardian, he was there representing the Invictus Games, pledging support for wounded Ukrainian soldiers. Now, before we dive deeper, let me be clear, supporting wounded veterans? That's genuinely important work. These soldiers deserve all the help they can get. But here's where things get interesting. Remember when Harry said he couldn't visit the UK because of safety concerns? The same guy who claimed Britain was too risky is now taking scenic train rides through an actual war zone. The irony is so thick you could cut it with a ceremonial sword. But let's talk about what this visit actually accomplished. Harry showed up with his Invictus Games team, made some pledges, took some photos, and that's pretty much it. Here's the thing about pledges: they're the cryptocurrency of charity work. They sound impressive, they generate headlines, but what's the actual cash value? Think about it. If pledges were real money, Ukraine would already have rebuilt their entire healthcare system by now. Instead, what wounded soldiers actually need are things like consistent funding, proper medical equipment, prosthetics, and long-term care programs. What did they get instead? A celebrity visit with a camera crew. This isn't Harry's first Ukraine rodeo. He's been there before, made similar pledges, posed for similar photos. But between visits, what concrete action has happened? What funding has he actually secured? The answer might surprise you. Or maybe it won't. Because here's what's really happening. The Invictus Games Foundation, funded by donors who thought they were supporting veterans, is essentially paying for Harry's personal brand-building tour. Let me repeat that. Donor money, meant for veterans, is covering the expenses for what looks suspiciously like a PR campaign. Don't get me wrong, the Invictus Games started as something genuinely meaningful. It was about giving wounded veterans a platform to show their strength and resilience through sport. It was powerful, authentic, and made a real difference. But somewhere along the way, it transformed into something else entirely. Now it feels more like a traveling photo opportunity, with veterans serving as the backdrop for Harry's "I'm still relevant" narrative. And can we talk about the timing here? Harry's Ukraine visit conveniently happened right after his meeting with King Charles. Coincidence? 1 week he's having private talks with Dad, getting that royal credibility boost. The next week he's using that fresh royal connection to add gravitas to his international humanitarian image. It's like watching someone collect achievement badges in real life. Look, I'm not saying Harry doesn't care about veterans. I'm sure he does, on some level. But caring and actually helping are two very different things. When you strip away the press releases and photo ops, what's left? What measurable impact has all this attention-seeking actually created for the people who need help most? Because right now, it looks like wounded Ukrainian soldiers are getting lots of promises and very little else. Meanwhile, Harry gets another chapter in his misunderstood humanitarian prince story.